Good afternoon, everybody. We are excited to be continuing our Spotlight series. This is where we spotlight local talent from the Charleston region to talk about why Charleston for not only your career, but for your lifestyle. And today we are excited to have Sarah Sams with Thorne. She will be one out of 3 interviews that we're going to get to do with Thorne this week. So we're really excited to talk about everything they are doing and everything she's doing as a validation engineer. So Sarah, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
Well, let's get right into it. Can you tell me a little bit about what's your background and how did you end up at Thorne?
Sure. So I have a BS in bioengineering from Clemson. Go Tigers. Graduated in 2016. I started out, I was working at a pharmaceutical contract manufacturer in Georgia called Pharmatech. And I always knew I wanted to come down to Charleston. So I eventually relocated in March 2020. So a strange time here with the pandemic, but started at Thorne as a validation engineer 1. And I've worked my way up to validation engineer level 3. And Thorne is a industry for the nutraceutical supplements. So we make a bunch of protein powders, capsules, you name it, for health and wellness. And what I do is work with the equipment and cleaning processes on our manufacturing floor, making sure that they're qualified and good to go so that all the products that we send out are of the best quality for our customers.
Wonderful. We're excited to have Thorne in the Charleston region for the last few years now. You touched on this a little bit, but I'd love for you to go into a little bit more detail about why you chose to land in Charleston and grow your career here.
Yeah, so I grew up in Columbia, but my family has always been coming down to Charleston. We have property near Edisto Beach, a little bit outside, but every summer we'd come down multiple times and we'd always come into the city of Charleston and tourist around. So I always kind of knew that I wanted to eventually land here. And once my brother and sister-in-law moved down, I had a little bit of a place to come and stay. So we actually live on the same street in West Ashley. But coming down here and finding Thorne and kind of met with my degree in school. So it was a perfect match to come down to Charleston, be at Thorne, and even starting in March at the beginning of the pandemic, they made me feel right at home, and my team welcomed me in, even in the surreal time.
Right? That's great. So you found family, got a joint family here, and then found a new family with Thorne. So exactly. the perfect pairing there. So you talked a lot about, the why behind Charleston, but what are the benefits of working for Charleston and or for Thorne?
Well, even just in the last 3 years since being here, you've seen Charleston skyrocket in residential areas and in business. Everywhere you look, we're expanding. And I've gotten to see firsthand how Thorne has grown. And now we're getting to the point where we're expanding our production area to be able to produce more in this building. We're building a second building to be able to do more distribution. So it's just continuously growing, and being able to work in a city where you also have all these things to do. We're able to do a lot of little employee activities going out into the city. So recently we went to a Charleston River Dogs game. And there's a outdoor yoga class coming up that we're going to do in downtown Charleston. So there's just a lot of fun things to do for personal life, but also just career-wise, it's growing immensely here.
Innovative work while also enjoying lifestyle and fun.
Yeah. So. Nice work-life balance.
Right. And I like that you do a lot of things, with Thorne. Another piece for people to hear if they're thinking about looking for a career, because obviously with the new building, Thorne will be hiring. So keep an eye out for that. Well, so to that point, with hopefully some new grads or people who are looking to move here are listening and watching, any advice for these new grads that are seeking to work in your industry?
Yes. even just with the job search, don't underestimate the power of LinkedIn, just sending a message to someone who actually already works in the industry or people posting jobs. You can definitely use LinkedIn to your advantage and always be the squeaky wheel with networking and keep following back with hiring managers and recruiters to get into an industry that you would want. Even just with the industry we're in with Thorne, don't be pigeonholed into one track mind, because there's so many different things you can go. We have research and development here. You can go into engineering, quality, into the lab, production. So there's a lot of different opportunities to go no matter what you want to do. So it's good to be open and be eager to learn whatever you decide to do.
So don't get scared by the title of life sciences, because life sciences, aerospace, any sector has a wide breadth of opportunity and jobs. So perfect. That's a great tip for everyone listening. So we talked a little bit about Thorne, and we talked a little bit about the why behind Charleston, but last, we want to always kind of end with, because Charleston is such a fantastic town, end with your ideal or your quintessential Charleston day.
This was my favorite question to try to think about. I'm definitely a foodie, so food is going to be the focus of my day. But I love all the little local coffee shops that we have around town. So West Ashley, I have Charleston Coffee Exchange, but if I can go far enough, I like to go to Lodi Coffee. It's a drive-through shop in North Charleston. So definitely got to grab a cold brew. And then whenever it's nice outside, it's been a little bit rainy now, but when it's nice and sunny, go bike or walk the West Ashley Greenway. Can walk around downtown, see like Battery Park or Rainbow Row, and then definitely need to eat some good food. So some of ours around town are Santi's, has really good tacos. Jackrabbit Philly and Park Circle has like really good Chinese American food. Zen Asian Fusion in West Ashley has the best sushi. I think we probably go there the most. But our favorite thing to do during the week is a lot of the local breweries and restaurants will have bingo and trivia nights. So we always like to go to those, see if we can win and relax a little bit after work. So there's
that's great. You hit on a lot of good new stuff that some of the other people haven't touched on, getting from, West Ashley and Park Circle and the breweries. So that sounds like a fantastic quintessential day in Charleston. Yes. So I just wanted to one more time let everybody know that's watching that Thorne is hiring. So I encourage you to visit their website, thorne.com. There are also opportunities on crda.org that talks about Thorne's opportunities. Thank you, Sarah. Again, I appreciate the time.
Thank you. Take care.